All eyes and ears share a common thrill tonight.
Next on Region 56 News, colors clash, yet neither side begs to blend as one super team walks away with the title champion.
Cheers and some screams. East Texas football fans work off their fever.
Region 56 News next.
Ford Credit and Ford Division announced the Great Percent Event, reducing interest rates to just 4.8% APR for 48 months, or choose $600 cash back on a purchase or a red carpet lease. It's your choice on 10 of America's most popular 96 Ford cars and trucks, including Taurus, Contour, Windstar, Escort, Ranger, and more. The Great Percent Event at your Ford dealer now. Hurry, offer ends soon.
Someone stole a Diet Coke from Monica and Rachel's apartment.
Look, I don't have an alibi. I was alone that night because I don't have a boyfriend. Is that what you want to hear?
I didn't do it. I wasn't even there.
Wasn't me.
You know what would be nice in here? A couple of candles. Ooh, potpourri.
Well, I didn't take it.
All right, it was me. I also stole a piece of gum when I was 7, and I cheated on my first boy. How much of this do you need?
If Rachel is on the bottle capper game piece, you've just won a trip for 2 to see a live filming of Friends.
Oh, you guys are good.
Can't you see what's going on here? This man is dying. Cut. Can't you see what's going on here? This man is dying. Cut. Can't you see what's going on here? This man is dying. Mommy. Can you see what's going on? This man is dead.
You're watching KETK, Region 56. Real news starts right now.
And the tide turns as Larry Brown reaches the right place at the right time. Good evening, everyone.
Starry-eyed Cowboy fans tonight.
Absolutely, the boys are super again.
Their third Super Bowl win in 4 years.
Our Danny Elsner joins us live from the Super Bowl out in Tempe, Arizona. Danny, it was a nail-biter, of course.
A little too exciting for Cowboy fans. I tell you what, Chuck and Kelly, an exciting ball game. The best ball game here at the Super Bowl in at least the last 7 years. Take a look at the highlights. Cowboys started off with 2 long drives. 71 yards for a field goal and 75 yards that resulted in a touchdown. The big play in that drive, Troy Aikman with a long pass to Primetime. It's a primetime pass play to Deion Sanders. It goes 43 yards. That set up the first touchdown of the night. Aikman finds Jay Novacek, and the Cowboys lead 10-0 at the end of the first quarter. They added another field goal. It was 13-0, and then just before the half, the Steelers score. Neil O'Donnell to Yancey. Thigpenny beat Deion in the end zone. Cowboys still led 13-7 at the half. In the third quarter, Pittsburgh was driving, but O'Donnell's pass was picked off by Larry Brown. He returns it 43 yards down to the Steeler 8-yard line. One of the big turning points of the ball game from there. Dallas takes it in. Emmitt Smith, it's a delayed call, but it still counts. It's a touchdown. Cowboys cruising 20-7. Pittsburgh rallies. They come back, get an onside kick, a touchdown, a field goal. All of a sudden, it's just a 3-point game. Can Pittsburgh pull off the upset? No. Larry Brown saves Dallas. Another interception. Brown was named the Super Bowl most valuable player, and here's what they had to say about it.
They then kick the onside kick. We don't get the ball. They go down, get the touchdown to cut it to within 3. And I think that we had the confidence that we were going to come out and put a drive together. And then, you know, we get the second down sack and takes us out and kills that drive. And then, like I said, our defense came back and made a play. And but I don't think offensively we ever lost confidence that we were going to be able to get it done. I say that, and we never did get it done until we absolutely had to with the turnover.
Defense played exceptionally well. They were tired, especially at the end, and we made enough big plays on defense. Larry Brown's plays, couple of plays. And I want to tell you folks, when people say that Deion Sanders doesn't contribute, men, why do you think he's standing in the flat over there? Why do you think he's osking the ball 8 and 9 yards deep, Larry Brown is? Because he's not having to sprint 50 yards deep like Deion is. We're able to roll our coverages up and guess with him and give him problems.
You know, Neil, we got to him a couple of times, and a couple of times he just really was off rhythm. And then a couple of times, you know, those guys just dropped balls. So, I don't know. You know, they played a great game.
Cowboys win 27-17. It's their 5th Super Bowl championship that ties San Francisco for the most Lombardi trophies ever won by one organization. And they get revenge for those Pittsburgh losses 20 years ago back in the 70s. Greg Watson will have more, and we'll have a lot more for you in the showcase later in sports. Guys, back to you.
Okay, I guess you wiped off all that perspiration, right, Danny?
Perspiration, it was a cool, nothing to it, no pressure at all for me. I didn't play.
Sure.
Don't
Okay.
forget the souvenirs.
Yeah.
There you go.
You bet. We appreciate it. Thank you, Danny.
Well, Dallas fans or streets are no doubt alive tonight.
Indeed they are. Let's take a peek at our sister station up at Fort Worth right now, KXAS, and see how things are doing in downtown Dallas.
Return. Emmett Smith capped the possession with a 2-yard run.
Well, apparently we're not going to have that because things are still a bunch of revelry up
Yeah,
there.
a lot of ruckus.
We definitely don't want any more ruckus.
Definitely. Most East Texas Cowboy fans choose to watch the big game among a crowd of other blue and silver faithful. Mitchell Borges with more on the Fever. Okay, obviously we're having some technical problems. And
okay, well, I'll tell you what. There were some other kinds of Super Bowl parties today. Region 56 Jared Hale shows us just how one East Texas church celebrated this big day.
Cowboys fans packed the Family Life Center at Southern Oaks Baptist Church for one reason.
Rooting for my team.
Okay, we're going to go back to...
I just like being with my friends and watching the Super Bowl.
And these fans have it all. Big screen, tons of food, and plenty of ice-cold drinks.
Excites me because I'm kind of the quintessential football fan, but also to see God's people excited and coming together to fellowship and having an opportunity just to have a good time.
Some on blankets, others in chairs, but it doesn't matter where you sit.
I think it's really exciting that people can come together and not be in bars and stuff and just have a great time.
And that's what some people say is the true meaning of the Super Bowl party.
At halftime, we'll have a short devotional, and it's a great way to bring in lost friends and try to reach them for Christ.
Plus, the louder you yell, the better Dallas does. Jared Hale, Region 56 News.
Well, again, most East Texas Cowboy fans choose to watch the big game among a crowd of other blue and silver faithful. Mitchell Borges with more on the Fever.
Cowboy fans have waited 2 years for the boys to go back to the bowl. Fans get their favorite beverage and snacks and get ready to cheer for their heroes on the big screen.
Cowboys are going to win, totally. They're just going to beat Pittsburgh's rear.
Today, the NFC is going to dominate. The last 11 games don't matter. The next 10 don't matter. The Cowboys are the best today.
And the Cowboys don't disappoint. Jay Novacek scores on a 3-yard touchdown from Troy Aikman, giving Dallas a 10-0 lead. But the game was close to the end. It didn't come down to Dallas's big three, but it would be a defense led by Larry Brown that would spell Super Bowl win number 5.
Yeah, Larry Brown picked that interception off. That's great. Saved the game. Cowboys!
I never doubted the Cowboys were going to win. I always knew they were going to win.
Cowboys make history today, the first team to win 3 out of 4 Super Bowls. Now people are talking about 4 out of 5. No one ever said the Cowboy fans weren't spoiled. Reporting in Longview, Mitchell Borges, Region 56 News.
You know, one of the great things, it wasn't pretty outside, so you weren't tempted to go out.
Because everybody was inside anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a nice day to stay inside. Get a fire in the fireplace, watch the game. Beautiful day today. And let's see what we've got coming up for tomorrow, because Monday everybody goes back to work. Let's see what it's going to be like in the morning. Also, schools open, 43 degrees in the morning, and a little bit of light drizzle around early. By noon, it'll be cloudy and 53 and up to 59 tomorrow afternoon. And that is your first look at First Alert Weather.
Real News with the award-winning news team of Kelly Weiss, Danny Elsner's Sports Showcase, and First Alert Weather with meteorologist John Adams. You're watching Region 56 News.
Still ahead at 10:10, find out how a 48-hour standoff ends.
And witnesses say he's a killer. The victims, nuns. We'll explain after this break.
Pelche, we said we'd trade for anything. We traded for motorcycles, forerunners. Heck, we've even traded for live animals. But the best deals are yet to come. Like a brand new 1996 GX. Stop, folks. Nissan just called and rocked our world. From now till January 31st, you can get a brand new 1995 Nissan VTP truck. Chrome wheels, chrome bumpers, AM/FM cassette, air and more, $99.95. That's right, a $14,000 truck for $99.95 while they last. And remember, folks, at Pelche, we'll trade for anything.
This is where I work, but this is what my job is all about.
We're a non-profit recycling company, and we look for help wherever we can get it.
I wanted to look for the best way that I could help my community.
A lot of our help comes from Janet Maxwell and the folks at Walmart.
All you have to do is get out there, participate, and be willing to learn.
She's on about every committee that's available around this area.
I think it's very important to be the green coordinator for Walmart. And I'm absolutely positive everyone can make a difference with recycling.
Word gets around. Good news travels fast.
Looking for real value in pre-owned cars and trucks? Then you'd better head to Toyota of Longview and take a look at over $1 million worth of inventory in previously owned vehicles. We've got the lowest prices around, superior service after the sale, and each and every one of our previously owned cars and trucks are covered by warranties. It's worth the drive to Longview to get these savings at
Toyota of Longview. Well, you just know.
A new Rheem central heating system is so reliable, it works like a dream.
You mean it works like a ream?
Over 50 years experience and the latest technology is why it works like a dream.
You mean it works like a ream?
Rheem has a new quality central heating system that's just right for your home. And it works like a dream.
You mean it works like a ream?
Look in the yellow pages for East Texas refrigeration in Tyler.
The 48-hour standoff is over.
Long now, millionaire John DuPont has surrendered. A Philadelphia SWAT team arrests DuPont. This after 2 days of hiding in his mansion. The heir to the DuPont chemical fortune allegedly shot and killed Olympic wrestler David Schultz. Schultz lived on DuPont's estate.
2 nuns killed, 2 more hospitalized in Maine. All 4 beaten and stabbed inside a convent. Police say the attacker broke in after the evening mass. Officers say the man has a history of mental problems.
Washington police find the bodies of 3 young women, each found lying side by side on a road near a federal wildlife refuge. Each victim was shot and hit by a car. Well, this Sunday stands out for more than just the Super Bowl. 10 years ago, the Challenger exploded. 7 crew members were killed. At the Kennedy Space Center, relatives, friends, and astronauts are standing. A somber 73 seconds of silence. The shuttle's actual flight duration.
A group wanting to legalize marijuana spends tomorrow in a Tyler court. The charge, possession of marijuana. Only this charge is different. The group set up a marijuana display in a Tyler park. No question we enjoyed this perfect football weather.
A little gray, but actually one big question does come to mind. How long is this warm weather going to last? John's going to tell us. He's up next with your forecast. Please stay with us.
Okay, gang, this is the big one, the granddaddy of them all, and we want to make sure that Jack Long Team Nissan comes away a winner.
Right, Coach.
How about a 96 Nissan Sentra, 0 down and only $186 a month?
Right, Coach.
A 95 Nissan Hardbody, again, 0 down and only $139 a month.
Right, Coach.
So get it in gear with the winning team, Jack Long Team Nissan, Texas' oldest Nissan dealer.
Jack Long Team Nissan.
How much did you pay for your last pair of glasses?
I know it was over $250.
Not anymore. At Dr. Barnes Eye Mart Express, get 1 complete pair of single vision glasses for only $38.74, or get 2 complete pair for $67.92. Bifocals are only $20 more per pair.
Both of us got 2 pair for $67.92 each in less than an hour.
Dr. Barnes Eye Mart Express in Tyler across from Broadway Square Mall, now in Longview, West Loop 281 next to Pier 1 Imports.
We're thrilled to be in Longview.
Lax is having the biggest Longview grand opening ever, with over $25,000 in grand prizes. And right now, come in for fabulous grand opening savings on hundreds of fabulous items.
Only at Lax.
Here we come, Longview, with over $25,000 in grand opening prizes and a promise.
At Lax, if it's not right, we'll make it right. Come see the new Lax at Judson and Mosley.
When comparing the 96 Chevy full-size to the 96 Ford F-150, it's important to ask the right questions, like which one has more horsepower and a higher resale value? Which one has more payload capacity and has 4-wheel anti-lock brakes standard? Which one comes with all this equipment at no charge? And who makes the longest-lasting, most dependable trucks on the road? Now, which one would you rather be driving? That's what we thought. See your East Texas Chevy Geo dealer today.
Well, I guess about the only exercise anybody got today was like this. You know.
Yeah, or this. Yum, yum with the popcorn.
That's the way it usually goes.
Tomorrow we'll exercise.
Just glad it turned out okay. Yeah, we had a great day for it today, so time to get back to work now this week. We got some changes coming up in the weather. I'll tell you about those in a moment. Let's check our current conditions. 49 degrees in Tyler, 50 in Longview under cloudy skies. Quite a variance in relative humidity. We have a south wind, and the barometer is rising. Had a low this morning of 32 degrees, a record 14. That was back in 1963. Normally, we go to 36 degrees. High today was 52, the record 80, and that was set way back in 1916 with the normal being 58. Even though it was cloudy all day, we had no rain, monthly total over an inch. Here's Sky Watch, and we did have cloudy skies throughout the day for the East Texas area. And those clouds are probably going to yield some drizzle by early morning, so when you get up, streets could be a little bit damp because of that drizzle that is expected to be around the area. And as we look down from the satellite picture, you can see the clouds that are over Texas, and again, the drizzle will be occurring. Cold front back up to the north, and that's going to be moving down and drifting into our area, bringing us a chance for some showers. Perhaps Monday night or Tuesday is when that's likely, and right now probabilities appear to be rather low. But a big change is expected to come later on in the week, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Temperatures across the state tonight pretty mild, mostly in the 50s with a few 60s down in the southern portion of the state. As we focus in on our region, everybody's huddled right around the 50-degree mark there. Lufkin's at 52. And it's as low as 48 degrees in White Oak, just a 4-degree change across the region. Well, checking out the rest of the country, 3 storm systems that we are seeing. One moving up into the upper Midwest, and that's bringing some snow up around the Great Lakes in that area. Another one moving out of the Rockies, and that is beginning to affect the plains. And then way back in the Pacific Northwest, we've got some shower activity in the lower elevations, some snow in the higher spots, although back around Seattle and Portland, they had snow just about down to the ground there. In fact, they did have some snow for a time in Seattle today. Meanwhile, we've got a little bit of drizzle beginning to show up in some parts of the East Texas area, and we talked about that a moment ago. Look for that to be around tomorrow. Temperatures, it's very cold back up in the Dakotas, where temperatures right now are below 0, and some very cold air back up in Canada getting ready to move southward. Tomorrow, here comes a cold front into our area. Again, it could trigger some showers and possibly a thunderstorm or two as there's moisture in place. And our low temperatures in the morning are going to be in the 40s, so we're not going much colder than what we are right now. And our high temperatures tomorrow are going to be in the 50s and 60s across the area. But again, very cold air showing up to the north. And by Friday, it's going to be turning much colder, maybe even colder than we've been so far this season. And you remember, we've been down in the lower teens, so by Saturday morning, actually, when we should have some of the coldest air in place, we could be looking at 10 degrees or maybe even some single digits on our low temperatures, so keep that in mind. We'll bring you up to date on that a little bit later on this week. Let's take a look at our forecast. And for tonight, we're looking at about 43 degrees. It will remain cloudy. And again, watch for some drizzle early in the morning. 59 tomorrow, cloudy and northeast winds 5 to 10. By tomorrow night, we are expected to see mostly cloudy skies, a slight chance of rain, and about 48 degrees. Now, here's your 5-day planner. And again, a chance for a little shower activity the next couple of days. Wednesday should remain mostly cloudy. A chance for some rain Thursday, and then turning much colder Friday. And again, Saturday morning, I'm looking for some very cold temperatures in here.
Okay.
We need that rain.
Yeah. Thanks a lot. Well, you know, many folks spent the day inside watching the big game, you know, the queso dip and all, you know, the traditional parties, lots of fun.
Yeah, but some of us had to work. Oh, I'm not complaining. But what about the guy who delivered you pizza during the Super Bowl? Find out how those of us stuck working are handling it.
Mike Pyle is turning some Cowboys fans on their ears. Get an autographed football signed by playmakers like Emmitt Smith. Yours with the purchase of a new Mike Pyle Jeep, Mazda, or BMW. Get 3.9% APR on any new 95 BMW in stock or $16,000 off MSRP on a 95 740 series. A new Mazda 626 for $222 a month. A new Jeep Cherokee for $15,995. And an autographed collector's football while they last at Mike Pyle Tyler.
Come to Georgetown, you'll be a big man on campus.
At Indiana, you'll be on national TV.
You get a great education.
A college degree.
And all the crunchy tacos you can eat.
Soft taco.
Crunchy.
Soft.
Crunchy.
Soft.
Another double-decker taco, son?
Thanks, Coach.
Coach.
Now try the bacon double-decker tacos from Taco Bell. 2 new ways to bring soft and crunchy together for one big sizzling taste.
A little something for the road, boys?
Most banks will loan you an umbrella when the sun is shining. Southside will loan you an umbrella when it's drizzling.
They gave me a loan when I first came to Tyler. Didn't know me from anybody, and they gave me a loan to buy a truck.
I told them what I needed. We sat down with it, we discussed it, and they came through with the loan.
No question about it. Southside is Tyler's bank.
No question about it.
Southside Bank. It is it.
This year, make Valentine's Day creative and fun by shopping at the Cookie Bouquet in Tyler. We've got scrumptious cookies, all baked from scratch, cookies on a stick, cookies in baskets, and a large variety of special arrangements just for Valentine's Day. One that's sure to melt your Valentine's heart, or choose from the Cookie Bouquet's other fabulous gift items. Just walk in and shop for your loved one. Every time you take a bite, you'll think about your sweetheart. The Cookie Bouquet next to Jason's Deli in the Foley's Plaza, Tyler.
Super Bowl Sunday, the biggest day in football.
Yeah.
The teams and the fans played hard. We all did.
Oh, I think we all played hard. But Jennifer Lee found lots of people hard at work.
Not everyone can watch the big game. Somebody's got to make the Super Bowl subs.
To be here making sandwiches for the people who are going to go home and watch the TV, watch that game. The one game I want to watch of the year.
These guys are running plays of their own. While Charles Haley is sacking quarterbacks, they're sacking the groceries. While Troy's passing the football, Marcus Nelson is passing pizzas. One customer let him catch a piece of the game.
I gotta catch a kickoff.
Lots of people can't watch the Super Bowl from their living room or at a party with friends, but others won't miss the game when they work. What if you see Pittsburgh's, win on a million TVs?
Oh, it's gonna be disappointing, more than likely.
Think you might want to bash one in?
Yeah, probably. Have to go to one that's discounted already, tear it up first, I guess.
Meanwhile, the Cowboys try to tear up the Steelers. Jennifer Lee, Region 56 News.
Okay. Boy, I tell you what, they looked so awesome.
Oh, I know.
Didn't they? Pittsburgh looked really good.
I didn't get to watch most of the game. Of course, we were writing and everything like that.
Yeah,
so.
well, I know John was over at the computer trying to get the weather forecast together. Something big is about to happen on Friday.
Yeah, we've got some very cold air that's coming down. Just to bring you up to date on it again, just take a look at the 5-day planner and we'll show you what we're talking about. By Friday, it's going to be turning much colder. Leading up to that, though, a chance for some drizzle in the morning, and a cold front will be arriving here probably Monday night or early Tuesday. That should trigger some showers. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. And then the big cold front begins to get close to the area by Thursday. That should trigger some showers, maybe some thunderstorms. Friday, it's going to be one of those days where we'll be turning much colder, and by Saturday morning, we're going to be way down in the teens, if not a little lower.
That really is unusual for February, too.
Yeah, it does seem a little chilly.
Yeah. Good, thank you.
All right.
Greg Watson's coming up next with Sports Showcase.
Plus, Danny Elsner live from the Super Bowl. Back in a moment.
The Associated Press has named KETK Region 56 Station of the Year in Texas. Live from KETK Region 56, this is Danny Elsner's Sports Showcase. Brought to you by Southside State Bank, Walmart. Always low prices, always Walmart.
Wasn't exactly a blowout like 2 years ago, but it was still a pretty good game.
There were some tense moments.
Yeah, we finally had a good game. I can't remember the last time we had a good game. We probably have to go back probably about 11, 12 years last time the AFC won.
I know, I don't have any nails left.
I do.
Well, I still have some. The Cowboys have plenty of time to grow their nails back now. Hello, everyone. I'm Greg Watson. When football fans think of the 90s, they'll think of the Cowboys. It's the decade of Dallas. Troy Aikman wanted to join Joe Montana and Terry Bradshaw as the only quarterbacks to win 3 Super Bowls, so Aikman came out firing the football All the Cowboys were fired up to make the big play. As you see, it's their 5th Super Bowl. The Cowboys and the Steelers in the desert. It's the duel in the desert. The Cowboys came out screaming, and they came out running. Deion Sanders said he wanted to be the primetime player on the field, grabbing a 43-yard bomb, setting up a Cowboys score. Sanders then gives the fans a peek at the Deion dance, and really that's what we all tuned in to see anyway. Already leading 3-0, Aikman a few plays later tosses a 3-yarder to Jay Novacek. It's touchdown Dallas. And the one thing Pittsburgh didn't want to do is fall behind early. It could have been worse for Pittsburgh. Michael Irvin had a TD catch, but the ref said Irvin pushed off. Actually, he really did. It's a penalty flag on the play and a crucial flag at the time because Chris Bonial had to come in and kick a short field goal. Charles Haley, only 6 weeks after having back surgery, is in the backfield of the Steelers. Getting a sack of Neil O'Donnell here, he played great. He said he may retire. Although O'Donnell would get his revenge, leading Pittsburgh to a touchdown just before the half, they're only down by 6 to Dallas. The Cowboys needed a big play in both the 3rd and 4th quarters, and Larry Brown comes through. He intercepts the pass and heads the other way. Brown was also the MVP. This with a 3-point lead in the 4th quarter. You can see from the Cowboys bench, they're very excited because they knew at this point they had sealed their victory. And Emmitt Smith, another touchdown. This is his 19th. That sets an NFL record for postseason touchdowns. The Cowboys win 27-17. Afterwards, we had a chance to talk to some of the players, and this is what they had to say in the locker room.
Feels very good. You know, I'm excited. Most of all, I'm excited about winning the game. You know, last year we went to the championship and we lost, and it wasn't a good feeling. So for us, we didn't just want to make it here. We wanted to win it. And especially for Barry Switzer, a guy who's a great coach, who a lot of people didn't give a lot of credit. It feels good. Maybe some guys will give him some respect around here and give him the due credit that's needed for him.
My job. And sometimes, you know, we are playing against professionals. Sometimes they read a play. It's not the first time we ran that play, and he read it and he jumped the call. Now, if I can't catch it, my job becomes to make sure nobody else catches it. I would have done anything. Not only snatch him down, his helmet off, strip his clothes, everything to make sure he didn't catch that ball, because that became my job once he jumped the call.
Yeah, I told Larry congratulations, and, you know, I was happy for him. And, you know, nobody deserved it better than him. I mean, he stepped up big today.
Why do you think the NFC has won so many Super Bowls?
I don't know what it is. Whatever it is, it needs to stay that way at least through the 90s.
For our coach Barry Switzer, who has 3 NCAA championships, this is his first NFL title. And Danny Elsner rejoins us live from Sun Devil Stadium with that. Danny, we just heard also from Larry Brown. This is a really huge game for him. You know, his baby was born 15 months premature and died 11 weeks after being born. How sweet can this be for him? Talk about that, would you?
He was talking in, and it's good you bring that up, Greg, because he was asked about that afterward. A very trying time, as you can imagine. I'm a parent. You would hate to ever have that tragedy in your life. And he and his wife were going to take some time away from football, but the Cowboys rallied around Larry, helped him get through this tragedy together. And, in fact, Jerry Jones was so touched that he said tonight that Larry Brown and his wife are the most valuable players of this team. Switching subjects a little bit, the Tempe Daily News, the headline is in. Here it is. Cowboys win it. Boy, who says newspapers are not fast? The Tempe Daily News. By the way, they've got a stack of Steeler win it headlines over in the corner over there, by the way, too. But a big night for Larry Brown.
We're also waiting to see what happens when the commissioner gave the trophy to Jerry Jones. You know, those two are suing each other for millions of dollars. We have tape of that. That was kind of an awkward moment, wasn't it? Those two standing next to each other, trying to smile and be really cheerful when actually they're planning on going to court here in a couple of weeks. Talk about that.
Very professional, very professional. It just shows how weird this whole season has been. Switzer was at odds with the Dallas media. Everybody questioned that big 4th down call against Philadelphia. Switzer was at odds with Aikman, his own quarterback. Jones was at odds with the NFL. Everybody thought he was trying to buy an NFL championship by the $35 million with Deion. This whole season was, in a lot of ways, like one big soap opera. And it turned out like a Cinderella story for the Cowboys. 3 in the last 4 years. No other franchise has ever done that in the Super Bowl.
All right, Danny, thank you very much. You and photographer Alan Casper did a great job out there all week. Have a safe trip back.
Greg, thank you.
All right, Jerry Jones got around the 1 a.m. local liquor laws in Arizona by putting up a $15,000 tent in the stadium parking lot and buying thousands of dollars of free booze. But the party right now is still in the locker room, so let's go back there.
Next year we made it to a Super Bowl, and there's been a lot of great coaches through the years that haven't accomplished as much as what he has in 2 years. So I think he can walk away and be very proud of what he's accomplished over the last 2 years and feel good about it. So whether it's you know, he's vindicated in any way, I never did take that approach.
Nothing has to be said, man. You know, the game is on the line. You put your guys in there. You put your guys in there that's been fighting and winning for you all year, and we just look at each other, we make calls, do line stunts, do whatever it takes, but we know that we got to fight and scratch until we get it done, get the job done.
No question about it, and you know, Mr. President, like you, they dwelled on the positives when they could have pointed fingers at each other and had cracks when we were slumping, and they stayed positive, and that's a lesson for all of us, really.
Time they get a first down, they were just going ahead and no huddling it to keep our defense on the field, and they were just trying to no huddle us. And you know, we had to use the timeout early in the game because they confused us, people running in and out. So until we got accustomed to that and figured out what they were doing, you know, it took us a little time.
I just think that it's a team effort, you know, and they're necessarily concentrating on your Charles Haley's, your Tony Tolbert's, what have you, or your Deion Sanders's. That's where the other guys have to step up their play and do their best, and that's, you know, that was the case today.
Feels great, you know. Guys been, you know, like Derek Kennard, he's been waiting 13 years, Ray Donaldson 16, Scott Case 13. I'm getting in my second year, you know, so it feels good.
When we come back, we'll take you to the Steelers locker room, plus a look back at other Cowboy championships. But first, here's a look at the most expensive and biggest halftime show ever. Miss Diana Ross had a cast of 1,600 on the largest stage in Super Bowl history. We'll be right back.
Danny Elsner's Super Bowl 30 preview, brought to you by Jim Walter Homes.
Jim Walter Homes could open a whole new world of opportunity for you. Visit Jim Walter Homes today and find out how to build your new home with no money down and easy monthly payments. You can choose from more than 30 home designs with 2, 3, and 4-bedroom homes, backed with over 50 years of expertise. Opportunity to affordable homes has never knocked louder. Call Jim Walter Homes today at 1-800-4WALTER.
Does anybody?
Nobody.
Somebody?
Nobody.
Nobody beats the All-Star team.
Nobody beats this All-Star deal. Just $12,999 for America's #1 truck, the F-150. And see the new star of the year, the 1997 Ford truck, at All-Star Ford Mercury in Palestine.
Nobody beats the All-Star team. Nobody beats the All-Star team.
All-Star Ford Mercury on the South Loop in Palestine.
This is where I work, but this is what my job is all about.
We're a non-profit recycling company, and we look for help wherever we can get it.
I wanted to look for the best way that I could help my community.
A lot of our help comes from Janet Maxwell and the folks at Walmart.
All you have to do is get out there, participate, and be willing to learn.
She's on about every committee that's available around this area.
I think it's very important to be the green coordinator for Walmart. And I'm absolutely positive everyone can make a difference with recycling.
Howdy. Y'all know for over 85 years, Mrs. Baird's has been a tradition here in Texas. They know a thing or two about the way Texans like to eat. They've come up with Mrs. Baird's Texas Tortillas. Sorry, there's 2 L's in tortillas. And they're the freshest, best-tasting tortillas you ever wrapped around a fajita. I guess you could say it's a tortilla Texans can call their own. So give Mrs. Baird's Texas Tortillas a try. She'd appreciate it.
If you haven't dropped by to take advantage of our $49 down sale, you don't know what you've been missing. Hi folks, Diane Day here to say that never before has such a great selection of late model, low mileage vehicles been offered for a $49 down payment. And you can't forget that Heritage Mitsubishi offers an exclusive 3-month, 3,000-mile limited warranty on every vehicle that we sell. Compare our warranty and the quality and selection of pre-owned vehicles and you won't shop anywhere else. That's only $49 down at Heritage Mitsubishi on the Loop in Longview.
The Cowboys' Charles Haley is the first player to win 5 Super Bowls, which is all about jewelry. The players are already ordering those big rings covered in diamonds. None of the Steelers have a Super Bowl ring, but maybe Pittsburgh will get to celebrate a championship next season. Cowboy fans hope not. The Steelers were the team of the 70s with 4 championships. This year's team is the first in 16 years to reach the big game, and for that, their fans should be grateful.
Well, that's hard to say, but I know one thing. We got involved in this game, and like I said, you know, we came out here for the first time with a bunch of young kids and never been here before. And for 5 minutes to go in the game, we were going toe-to-toe, and I was very proud of our football team for how they responded, how they played, and it's been a special year.
You throw an interception, those things happen. It's not like it's a characteristic of Neil O'Donnell. I think I've thrown 7 all year last year, this past year. So, you know, it's something that happened, and, you know, we're going to take our chances. We didn't come in here to play a close game. We're going to take some shots.
Each Cowboy and coach will get $42,000 as his share of the Super Bowl loot, the Steelers $36,000. The thrills both teams gave us is priceless. The party is from Tempe to Texas, live in downtown Dallas now. Hundreds of Cowboy fans have spilled out and stumbled out of the bars in the West End, creating a street party as fans celebrate their team's championship. This is a live shot from atop the Spaghetti Warehouse down there in the West End. This has become a Texas tradition happening 3 out of the past 4 years. If the night goes like the previous 2, there will be very little violence. As you can see, people are just kind of walking here in this live picture. Police are patrolling. So far, things have been peaceful. This is the Cowboys.
Happened at Tempe. That's what happened out on the field.
Cowboys' 8th Super Bowl. They've won 5. That ties in with San Francisco for the most Super Bowl victories ever.
Okay.
Unbelievable.
Still going into the record books. Okay. Thanks, Greg. We appreciate that. Well, that wraps it up for us tonight. We thank you so much for being with us.
Take care, everyone.
Good night.
At Pelche, we said we'd trade for anything. We traded for motorcycles, 4Runners, heck, we've even traded for live animals, but the best deals are yet to come. Like a brand new 1996 GX. Stop, folks, Nissan just called and rocked our world. From now till January 31st, you can get a brand new 1995 Nissan VTP truck. Chrome wheels, chrome bumpers, AM/FM cassette, air and more, $99.95. That's right, a $14,000 truck for $99.95 while they last. And remember, folks, at Pelche, we'll trade for anything.
This company had announced in May that it was going to phase out all domestic operations.
Town of about 17,000 population, and you take 150 people without work, that's a tremendous negative impact.
All of us would have been out of work.
It's hard to find a job in a small town.
This town needs these jobs. Jobs are scarce here.
And our local Walmart manager, Jack Inman, said, let's do something about this. Let's see if something can happen.
It came to my mind that Sam Walton's program of Buy America was just set up for this occasion.
And he contacted Bentonville, Arkansas, and says, perhaps you can do something. A line of gown was submitted to the buyers. They liked it, and they bought it.
And these people started turning 20,000 units a week for Walmart almost overnight.
I just never dreamed when I used to hear Sam talk about this program that something like that would really happen here.
If you haven't dropped by to take advantage of our $49 down sale, you don't know what you've been missing. Hi folks, Diane Day here to say that never before has such a great selection of late model, low mileage vehicles been offered for a $49 down payment. And you can't forget that Heritage Mitsubishi offers an exclusive 3-month, 3,000-mile limited warranty on every vehicle that we sell. Compare our warranty and the quality and selection of pre-owned vehicles, and you won't shop anywhere else. That's only $49 down at Heritage Mitsubishi on the Loop in Longview.
NBC for all East Texas. This is